All right, and welcome to our exhibition match. On our right, we have Alec. He's going to be piloting Dragapult EX, and on the left, we have Matthew. He's on Raging Bolt EX. Now, we know that this is a good matchup in the past. This could be favored either way. Oh, but we see Alec winning the coin flip. That's great. He does want to get that Evo off.
So he wants to go first.
He wants to go first. Now, usually the Budu is the thing that you want to look for in Dragapult, isn't it? Especially against Raging Bolt EX.
Oh, yes, that would be really good. You're knocking out all the nest balls should be set
right.
up. You're knocking out all the earthen vessels, retrievals. That's be a good start off hand.
That's right. And you also deny that turn one attack by going second. You give the Raging Bolt a little more time to set up, but you're telling them you have to dedicate these resources to Squawk and Seize.
Oh, that is
a defeated face
to see right there.
Now, all right, we're going to see them flip, and we're going to see what the match entails. Oh, the Luminion
start. That's already a bad
especially,
sign.
Oh, we got the Dust
Triumphant.
Bolt. Okay, this is especially why you want to go second. We see he's got that Arven in his hand. Pitching the counter catcher early is not a move that I would really make, especially considering you've got to expect that turn one knockout. I mean, even if it's just a Slitherwing, you've got 2 switch cards usually. You've got your Sadas. You can do a lot with that.
Well, maybe. Actually, I don't know what he's thinking.
I mean,
maybe he's got another counter catcher in the deck.
We're getting the energies out. I don't know if I would expect the second counter catcher. I mean, it's a possibility. Are we just gonna attach pass on the Luminion? No Dreepies set up?
There's no way this is what we're gonna see.
Okay. The attach retreat. Okay.
And the pass. That's the world we live in.
All right. I mean, this is a great example of why you want to go second with this deck. He's got a perfect hand to go second. You could have gotten that Arven, the Forest, the TM Evo. I mean, you had the Earthen Vessel in hand and everything.
That's a hand too. For 1 second.
All right, we're going to see Matthew, though, start with the Earthen Vessel. Probably just targeting the energies he needs. Oh, we're going to see a little bit of prize checking. How many bolts, Ogre Pawns. We do see that Radiant Ninja in there, too. That is an important factor here because it's a great Dust Noir target. That exact 130 health can be what it needs. Well, that is if we really see much play this match, in all honesty. I don't know what Alec's looking at. It's almost like he thinks that it's almost like he can sense that we're over here. All right, and it looks like we are going to try to get the Slitherwing attack off. That double fighting tells me either that or he's got the lightning in his hand.
Well, the double Slitherwing attach wouldn't be a bad idea because with no Dreepies up on the bench, it's a pretty free attack.
That's right. Now, these players, they shuffle really slowly. Are we sure that these are professional players, or is this amateurs that we're dealing with?
No, I see in her eyes, they're professionals.
Oh, we get the Iron Bundle. This is huge. We do get the attach. Do we have a nest? We're getting the Stomp Off. Oh my gosh.
The
Both players
Stomp
bricking.
Off.
Oh, and the top deck. Oh, we got to play the Arven. This is a huge, huge mistake. It's not a mistake, but there's just nothing you can do.
So hopefully we see some Dreepies down there.
Alec putting the finger up. Are we going to see him search for the buddy? Oh, the buddy in the rescue board.
Okay.
Oh, he's going in. I think he's going into the Budu. Now, this is big here. This is big, but we're going to see what he grabs out. Oh, that's right. We see it. All right, so it looks like we will be seeing that item lock. Now, I personally don't know if I would go for item lock here just because we've already seen he doesn't have any nest balls in hand. He's got this weak setup over here. This may not be the greatest choice, but it's not the worst nonetheless. And if he has to attack, he can still go back into his Dust Clops, excuse me. And, okay, we do get the attach. I was hoping that he would get it. And the 10 damage.
Now, personally, I would Ichipaw in this state too, because my opponent has a bad hand. I want to ensure that he continues having that bad hand.
That's right.
Make sure he keep having a bad time while I set up.
Stomp Off denying the Iono is equally offensive. That's terrible. Now, Alec is going to be in a bit of a rough spot here.
That's practically a spit to my family's face.
Ooh,
Stomp Off the
Iono. Sada the grass. Ooh, did we get anything that can help us out? Oh, doesn't look like it. Wait, did he have that nest ball in his hand last turn? Surely not.
Surely not.
Surely not. Oh,
surely yes.
Shirley.
Shirley, yes, actually.
Oh, stop calling me Shirley.
Shirley.
Wow. So it looks like the itchy pollen really was the savior there. Oh, and we get the
rare
candy. That's good. Well, now we've already got the Clops.
See, the rare candy's good.
Got the Drac. We got the Noir.
We don't care about rare candies in Dragapult.
Let's see. Ooh, Fire and Arven. You gotta take that Arven. Looks like we're instantly going to be playing it. Okay. Not sure why Alec revealed it there. That could have been a misplay, but since he's already going into the Arven, it's perfectly fine. It's
alright. I've seen professionals reveal their Pidgeot search.
That's right. Now, surely we go into a second buddy here. I don't see any universe where we don't go into that. Maybe a forest. Maybe get your Sparkling.
Okay.
I mean, you've already got an energy attached on the field, but I think you're fine as is so far. Yeah, the second Dusk. I didn't even pronounce that correctly. All right.
Is he perhaps going for the sweep?
I mean, surely not. But I mean, we're not even in a position where we can bundle at this point, you know. Oh, okay. Oh, we get the explosion onto the Slitherwing. Both players taking one of their prize cards. Alec grabbing out a Crispin from his prize cards. Thank you for showing the casters.
Crispin would be huge.
Oh, and Matthew promoting that Iron Bundle. Itchy. And it's getting itchy.
It's getting itchy.
That's big.
I don't
see a way Matthew recovers from this.
I was say, unless he's able to top deck like a Pokemon, I don't think he's going to be able to.
And I mean, even the Pokestop, that's
even the Pokestop's throwing away the Pokemon.
I think that's got to be a game 2 at this point.
That might be it.
Yep.
Oh,
and that's it. We see the scoop coming out. There's truly nothing that you can do in a situation like that. We saw Alec thinking he had the bad start. Turns out Matthew was in the same boat as him.
So I will question, where that first nest ball didn't get played for?
I'm not sure. I mean, maybe it was the top deck, and maybe we just didn't catch it the first go-round, but, I mean, that's pretty huge there. Oh, and Matthew going second again. Now, this is fine for Alec. Alec does not run a Klefki in this deck. Or does he? If Alec runs a Klefki, the first is an understandable move, but even then, I still think I would opt to go second. Try to get that TM Evo off with the Klefki and see if I can get some, turn 2 attacks off with Dragapult if I really get lucky.
Oh no, getting some Draclocks is the first priority any Dragapult player should make.
Absolutely. I'm starting to wonder how experienced they may be in this deck. I mean, we know Alec historically has been a Raging Bolt player, and we know before that he was Chen Pao, so, I mean, this is kind of a newer deck to him, It's an easy pilot, but some of your lines sometimes can be a little bit tricky.
And this might be where only playing Chen Pao is really falling short for him.
That's right. Now, who's our next matchup going to be against? I didn't even... Oh, the Mulligan.
Oh, it's a Mulligan.
Oh, that's great. That's incredible.
We do not have a Mulligan from Matthew's side, so he will be getting an extra card.
That's right. Go Tigers, as they say. Alec, it looks like he's wincing in pain or something.
He's shaking his head. He's contemplating everything.
He's shaking his leg. He's shaking his foot. I think that we're starting to see him get a little nervous.
I would say, did someone itchy paw on his leg?
That's foul. Start it all over. Start the match over. All right. Let's see the second hand. The second mulligan!
Oh, no.
Oh, that's big for Matthew. We're really going to see an explosive first turn. I mean, already the hand is looking a little rough, but we can definitely recover with these 3 cards we're going to draw.
Predicting a third mulligan.
No, just the 2 and then the one you draw for every turn. Yeah. Now, Juwan is usually a Digimon player, so he's not that. Did we even introduce ourselves at the start?
Oh no, I don't think anyone knows who we are.
I don't think so either. Well, I'm Brennan. This is my compadre.
Hi, I'm Juwan. I come from the Digimon crowd, as he says. I've been at Pokemon for many years. I'm sorry, I meant many months. Yeah. So it hasn't been a year yet. Yeah, I'm quite experienced.
Less than a year in. Same over here with me. I think we're approaching. Actually, now that the month is over, it's been. Oh no! It's been exactly a year for me. We're gonna.
Yeah, once rotation hits for us in next month, it will officially be a year in Pokemon for me as well.
I know. All right, we're gonna see him finally start.
Okay. And start again.
Okay, we got the Drapey, we got the Buddy, we got the double buddy. Okay, we're feeling fine here. Alec, though, he's going to have to waste some resources trying to get that Luminion out unless he wants to be down 2 prizes turn 1. And that is not a spot that you want to be in.
Does he have energy in the hand?
Alec looking at the Clef Key. He's really counting his options here. Now, we did have a pre-game interview with Alec where he said, why would I want to play Clef Key? I would want to play Rotom. But it looks like he made the good choice and kept it in at the last second.
Yeah, you don't really need Rotom in Dragapult.
Oh, and he is going for the Clef Key.
Clef Key
Are
does
we going
go
to get a
Dreepy?
full bench turn 1? Maybe another?
And a Bud?
I would not go for the Budew here. I absolutely would. No, it looks like he second-guessed it as well.
He's second-guessing himself.
Oh, he's asking for the wait.
Oh, the Force Seal.
Oh!
The turn 1 Force Seal?
This is what you have to do, though. This is what you have to do.
This is desperation in its finest form.
You have to get that energy and retreat into a Clef Key. I personally would have gone for the Earthen Vessel. Get more resources for the next turn, you know? Alec, it looks like he's talking to himself a little bit there. He's shushing himself. We already saw him drop the dice. Is he nervous? I mean, his board state says otherwise, but...
I would say he has a very fine board state.
Now, could we see the Hyper Blower come into play to knock out this Clef... Oh, the Hyper Blower is disabled. That's right.
That's right. It's a basic Pokemon.
But we do have a prime catcher. This could be big here, actually.
Pokestop.
Oh, and we are seeing the prime catcher come out immediately. Now, you know, to use a prime catcher, all you have to do...
Oh, no, that's right.
No, the Clef Key is disabled.
The Clef Key's out.
All right. See, Matthew, burning that prime catcher,
Man,
but this is the time to do it. 2 bravery charms. That hurts. That hurts.
That is something.
Now, Matthew here is running 3 bravery charms. I think that's becoming more of the norm, especially as Dragapult increases in prevalence. Isn't that so?
Is Dragapult a favorite matchup against Bolt?
Dragapult used to be a favorite matchup against Bolt, and for the most part, it still should be. Oh, and it looks like we're taking out the Radiant Ninja here instead of maybe a Squawkabilly. Now, that Squawkabilly is dangerous as well, though, because that is a perfect target for Dragapults and Duskmars. And, I mean, this is the danger of playing the Clef Key, is you can get it thrown back to the bench, and the turn where it's the most useful, this first turn, you just are going to be locked out of access to it. All right, let's see what Matthew takes from that.
Oh, he still gets it. There's no such thing as
seeing the Sada. All right.
So we're seeing the Sada first.
So we are seeing our turn 1 knockout likely here, as long as he's got that lightning energy, which I'm sure he does in his hand.
And if not, he does have the means to keep searching.
Am I seeing things? Or is that a... I think we don't have the lightning energy yet.
No, we don't have the lightning yet.
Okay, we're checking the hand.
We still have the means for it.
Checking the hand before seeing what we take out with this nest ball. I think this might have been a huge blunder here. Nest and Ultra Ball, okay. Okay, we're saving time. Now we've already seen the Radiant Ninja get activated. 1 Teal Mask. We've got at least 1 other ready.
He is making sure that there's no world where he puts down that Squawk.
That's right.
He's really trying to avoid that happening.
That's right.
But if you don't get that lightning, that might have to happen.
I mean, maybe it's prized as well. That is a possibility. Our prize card camera just isn't working this game for whatever reason.
Okay, we're teal dancing.
Okay, teal dance.
We're shaking it. We still don't have what we need.
I mean, is this gonna... Oh, we get the Squawk.
We're gonna have to Squawk then.
It looks like that was the card from the teal dance. All right, so we will see the Squawkabilly. Alec requesting the discard pile. All right.
He's holding on to that Squawk ever since that Radiant Greninja draw.
See what we get. Okay, and we do get the lightning.
I
mean, I would Squawk there. You have to Squawk. You've already burned the Prime Catcher. You have to do what you have to do. And you still leave that hanging energy, which is really great. All right. Matthew taking his 2 prize cards.
Taking the cruise lead.
Oh, but we do get our first Drac out. That incredible hollow stamped one. Ooh, and it looks like we can start evolving this Dusclops maybe without even having to burn a rare candy at this point. And Alec, all right, going for the Iono. That's a respectable play. You see the Sadas that are in Matthew's hand.
That was not a bad choice from Alec.
Tucked away. Matthew going to have to pray for an Earthen Vessel so that he can shuffle those Sadas back into the top of the deck. You can hear Oakley, I believe, in the background.
And it does not matter. He does not get punished whatsoever.
Never punished.
Never
Both
punished.
players stay
Both players
top.
always get what they need.
Ooh. Earthen Vessel away the Budgie. Is that what you would have done there, Juwan? I
think that is what I would have done in this scenario.
All right, I was going to say, surely in this pivotal moment.
Because if I was piloting this deck, I would focus on either having Budu out or Klefki, but never both.
That's right. Both it becomes a clog, and I mean when you're playing against another Pult deck, that Klefki becomes a liability. The Budu becomes a bigger one. 30 damage. That's nothing.
That's nothing for a ball player, but still resources they have to manage to get a Budu.
And we bump out that Pokestop. Now he was probably thinking that's gonna stop some of this explosiveness on the next turn. Does not matter. We're failing. Failing. Is that the second Budu that might be in the prize cards? Maybe.
Fell into Arzon.
It's okay. We've still got one more Dracoloac. Dracoloac.
Dracoloac?
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 I actually have a speech impediment. And I'm unable to say it. All right. Let's see what we get.
Okay.
Oh, we don't need our Radiant, but we don't need that energy either. I think I would keep the energy in the bottom of the deck just in case I have to use that Crispin at a later stage.
Yeah, because Dragapult has many ways of getting energy out without having it in the hand.
That's right. Oh, but we are playing our Ultra Ball. Are we about to...
The Dreepy and that...
Okay, to pitch. I mean, we do run one Night Stretcher. Maybe two, but... Okay. I respect the Fez. I heavily respect the Fez.
If it's for Fez, I can agree with that.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen decks like Regidrago really thrive in prior metas because of that Fezandipity. It kind of helps with that consistency after such, punishing turns like last one where you lose 2 prizes off the get-go. Oh.
Okay.
And we see, this is that Crispin that we're just talking about.
Oh. And the Team
Evo coming out. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Very nice. And this is a great thing to use because you can't Teal Dance. You can't Hyper Blower. There's no bench space for it either way. You can't get that Ninja going. So you have to hope that you've got a Sada. Matthew. We know that Matthew's got a great hand, though. He's already got the KO in hand. And the Sada. Is he going to start setting up a second or third Raging Bolt? Well, not a third, but... I mean, that second one gets set up, and we just now have a Dragapult that he can target down if he gets a catcher. All right.
Okay. So we already got knockouts.
We've got a knockout. Now it comes down to what he draws here. These 3. Oh, the switch card's pretty great. Okay, Pal padding 2 Sadas in. Very respectable.
As we say, Bolt always gets what they need.
That's true. This is heavily true.
Yes.
Now, I did just realize that neither of us began the timer for this match. So there's no chance that it'll go to rounds. We have to let them play it out. That was a little oopsie on our end.
Well, that's all right, because Game 1 ended so fast anyway.
This is true. It looks like a random dice is being thrown on the table.
Tails.
And given back to the competitor. It probably was that dice that fell down earlier that he was scrambling for. Just like how he's going to be scrambling to get the rest of this game under control after being down 2 prize cards.
So hopefully he has a scramble switch in him to get back into a positive state.
That's right. Now, is there a world where Matthew Hetz has another catcher, maybe brings up that Fezandipity somehow? I mean, I don't see how you recover from that, especially with the Dusclops on the bench. That's one of your few recovery options you have. Oh, no. Matthew's actually going for the Teal Dances.
Wait, but
he's not allowed to. He's not allowed to. We're going to see a judge call. We're going to see a judge call.
Did you saw the cards?
Okay.
Shuffle the deck, 2 prize penalty.
Reveal the cards to your opponent. Shuffle them back in the deck, and it's going to be a double prize penalty. So, Alec, you only need to take 4 to win.
And are we going to take those grass energies
Those grass are going to go back into the hand as well.
Oh, this is why we hate to see Klefki in times like these.
This really is. And, this is important, too, because as judges, we can't intervene until the mistake has been made. We cannot stop them from doing so. Oh, but we do see the catcher.
Okay.
Do we get a heads?
That's the catcher.
Oh. That would have been huge. I mean, this is the break Alec needed. This rule lapse by Matthew. I mean, this is really just a rough spot.
Yeah, now Alec has to be on the offensive no matter what.
Absolutely.
Next turn. He cannot afford to give up.
We've got 2 charged up bolts now, though. I think we are going to see just the simple knockout there. Even though it gives Alec the 3 prize cards, at this point, you have to rush him, you know? You can't sit around and wait.
Ooh,
Especially
okay,
when you can maybe play boss, take a 2 prize knockout, you know, deny that Dust Noir, that Dusclops that you may have. I mean, we have to see the crystal come out. We know it's not prized. And the counter catcher. Okay. So maybe.
So what? We're gonna see a.
I think,
maybe that Squawk die.
I don't think the Squawk dies. I think maybe we target an Dragapult and deal some damage. Maybe that's the logic. All right. Let's see. Let's see what he ends up doing here.
So what is it? We also still got that Dusclops.
We do get
to add some damage in.
We do get that Fez. Oh, and it looks like we do get the Noir maybe. Let's see what we draw into. Lancer and Energy. Gotta keep that Lance. You still remember, you have to keep that energy in the deck for Crispin as much as you may want to take it. Oh, that's not the most useful, but I mean, another Duskull is another Duskull. I wouldn't have benched it because that's a terrible choice, but I mean, you cannot pop both of those in a game like this.
So maybe he's trying to keep on the Duskull offensive.
That's right.
But
okay. Counter catcher,
we
are going to take the Squawk.
Going to take Squawk knockout.
Okay. Okay. This could be a huge turn here. I think he's trying to do the math, remembering he only has to take 4 prize cards. Okay, and let's see how he does the damage. Okay, pretty standard spread.
That's a good spread.
Pretty standard spread. Let's see, what cards did he gain access to? I don't think it matters much at this point. But we've got a pretty wonderful hand here. Matthew, considering what to promote. The dog in the back going wild over that knockout.
We got the audience going crazy because it's the climax of the game.
Okay,
Matthew
now
has
Matthew
3 mons at the brink of death from Dragapult.
Now Matthew finally getting to use that like he wants. And look, he has to take a 2 prize knockout here. There's no way that he avoids it. He's got the Dragapult down. This is denying the Dust Noir, excuse me. It's an important thing.
Okay, we're concealing some cards.
That's right. Are we going to see maybe a Fez come down this turn?
So we did get...
Oh, the switch card. Switch card is huge. Takes that bolt out of range. That's right. And this is the one that you promote here as you continue.
The second switch card to heal the energy.
This is huge. If we have a Bravery Charm on that other Overpawn, I mean, I don't know what you can do with that.
Oh, no!
The Bravery Charm comes out!
The Bravery Charm landed!
Oh my gosh. I mean, what can you do at this point?
Alec no longer has a guaranteed win next round.
I mean, it's rough, but this is why you have to dedicate all of those cards to a singular Pokemon to maybe, or all of those damage counters to one Pokemon to maybe knock it out. Alec, do we have anything that could help us next turn? I mean, it's looking rough, especially knowing you have to play the Crispin to power up a Dragapult. All right, and let's see these 5 energies come out. I think we're keeping them on the Raging Bolts, knowing they're not going to pass away next turn.
So we know we're questioning if you potentially play the second catcher.
That's
but is there a way that he plays a third catcher?
A third counter catcher? That was the first game, wasn't it, that he discarded it?
Oh, it wasn't this game that he discarded?
It was not this game, no. Okay, the Artisan coming out. I'm not sure what Alec's looking for here, other than to thin. He's eyeing down that boss, but he can't use that boss. I think it's just too far gone, even with the 2 prize penalty. He really needed to monopolize it, and he just did not get the pieces he needed. I mean, that second Duskull, turning it into a Clops even, that would have been game saving for him. Popping both and just being able to take out an Dragapult.
Yeah, but now he lost complete access to all of his Duskulls.
That's right.
With that single prize card laying.
Oh, we were asking how many cards in hand. Okay, so we're seeing the Dragapult come out. This is the other option here. Play the waiting game. Just attach and then Iono him into something awful. This 1 card hand. Okay.
So we get the Iono.
I'm not sure.
Alright, so it's good. So he just needs to hope that Matthew does not get a grass energy, energy retrievals, Sadas.
I mean, we have seen a little bit burned here already. Okay, and these cards, perfect. That's exactly what he needs.
And Matthew's card is not going to help him at all in this situation.
Oh, and we're getting our directives off. Now, has he fezzed for the turn? Oh, he's getting his... This is true. He could pull out his Radiant Alakazam, but we saw that get trashed earlier in the game, remember? So he needs his Night Stretcher to get it back.
We know there's still Night Stretchers in the deck.
That's right. I don't think that we flipped the script this turn. Okay. Nest, Harvin, and a Fire. This is fine for next turn. Oh, and he's dealing the 70.
Okay, going with the
Headbutt. Right. Now, the Jet Headbutt is rare, but it is saying, I will kill you next turn, and I don't need to use this boss. He's seen the 2 Bravery Charms get Pokestopped earlier in the game. He knows that's the last one. He knows both the Switch cards have been used, so I think this is a really great play from Alec here. Oh, and we see the Hyper Blower. That's it. There's nothing you can do. That's the game. I'm not sure why they're even bothering shuffling at this point. I mean, there's just...
It's not the game, because if he brings up Fizz, I still need 1 energy.
That's right. He still needs 1 energy.
He still needs that 1 energy.
And he's got the 1 energy! Oh my gosh! That was just offensive at that point.
That was disgusting.
I know.
I'm gonna go second.
Okay, Alec finally wisening up.
He's going second.
He's wisening up. He's realizing the power of that Budew. This has really just been a real back and forth series here. Dragapult either wins or loses just out of nowhere, it seems. Alec, even with that 2 prize penalty, Matthew was just able to overcome it. It was incredible.
You see, Matthew's in a complete zen state right now.
That's true. Both of them focused very hard on shuffling their decks.
And Alec refusing to meet his opponent in the eye.
That's true. That's a fair thing. We see Matthew looking up at him,
that's
grinning.
Intimidation type. Okay. Knowing that you had the 2 prize penalty and still lost.
It's okay. Now, you know that these fellows come from the same LGS, supposedly. These are some local buddies here that just happen to be meeting in this exhibition match.
They both found their way here into this random home that we invaded?
Well, it's not a home that we invaded. This is actually the arena here in Atlanta. I don't know what they're laughing about.
Atlanta?
Wait,
so are we already in post-rotation? Why is he using Luminion?
We're in the pre-rotation era. This is an Atlanta special event.
What, is this the before Meteor Dinosaur era?
I don't know why they're shuffling so long. Are they really that concerned about their decks?
There was a lot of funkiness that went on last match.
There was.
I think discarding the Budew early, the Alakazam, the 2 switch cards for the damage counters.
I mean, I'd probably want to get rid of that as well. Alec, having to start that Radiant Alakazam, this is not the spot you want to be, especially going second. Because you know you have to put a rescue board and you have to put an energy on it just to get it out. Oh, I think this might be a turn 2 donk. I'm going to be honest. We just have to wait and see what Matthew has, but if Alec doesn't top deck something here, this could just be the game for Matthew, just automatically.
Let's see what Alec's working with here.
I mean, there's truly nothing.
There's potential.
There is no potential. He has to top deck an Arvin.
The potential's to top deck.
He top decks the Arvin!
See, the potential's to top deck.
He gets what he needs. Now, surely we gotta see, I mean, he has that rescue board in hand to energy. We get our buddy probably going, get a Budew up, and just hope for the rest sorts it out.
He's gonna have to.
I mean, we've got a buddy. Well, I mean, the crystal's the last thing in the game. The last thing in the deck left for him. That's right, we are getting the Budew and the Dreepy. And we know how great this Budew can be at slowing these games down when you really need it.
No, he's just gonna have to hope.
He's definitely.
Matthew does not have an energy in that draw.
Absolutely. Now, what if Matthew hits his catcher here and the one Dreepy ends up going bye-bye? Alec manhandling these cards as if it's his deck that he owns. Are we gonna see the Itchy Pollen?
Itchy Pollen.
I mean, that's a wonderful thing, but I mean, Matthew's hand is looking like he can deal with it.
As long as he can dance, he still has plenty of options. However,
I don't think he has many options.
However, with that Itchy Pollen, he does not have many options.
I mean, I think if I was in his shoes, I probably would use the boss and just pull up that Radiant Alakazam, force another energy to be
force
wasted.
another energy discard. We know Dragapult decks usually play about 5 to 6 energies at best.
That's right. Or maybe say, hey, I'm telling you, oh, that's right, we are going to see the boss. Maybe say, hey, I'm telling you, you have to use your Turo if you have it in hand instead of a more useful supporter.
Burst roar.
Oh, and the burst roar.
roar.
Alex going to be inspecting, seeing the 2 stretchers and the retrieval.
That.
He's grinning. You see
that
grin.
That is not a burst roar you want to have to do.
Top deck's the Duskull. We're feeling all right now, aren't we? All right, let's see what we get. This recon directive could be big. It was not.
Not the head shake.
But more resources we'll need for the next turn. Maybe set something up, just, keep him waiting, hope his burst roar wasn't great.
So he does burn the turtle to get him out of there.
I think that's a great choice there, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, can you still get the energy attached return?
He was about to go for a boss here.
Oh.
But it looks like it's staying itchy.
See, that's good. So now he ensures that Drag Cloak is ready to attack next turn whenever he needs that Dragapult ready.
That's right, and we're going to see some draws from Matthew here. The double teal dance. Are we getting anything good out of that?
Okay, that's good. We got...
Alright, our Radiant Ninja.
We can still Radiant Ninja.
But we just don't have that energy. We'll get a second bolt. That's a great thing, but we just do not have the energy we need yet. That Budu's really hurting here.
It really is. That post out would be an ideal play, but with Budu...
Are we contemplating another burst roar here? Surely not.
2 burst roars in one game is not something you want to see.
Oh, okay, the Iono. Okay,
however.
the Iono is great here. It's great for both sides of the board, really.
And with drawing 6 cards, he has a real high chance of getting into that lightning energy.
That's right.
And we see...
Fighting?
We see fighting.
We do not see the lightning energy.
Lightning.
I think it just has to be an attach and burst roar, attach and a pass. Okay, so we got our manual attach out.
Burst roar.
Oh, again. Alec drawing into a really wonderful hand. We've got a Lance. We have that Dragapult that we need. And the Sparkling Crystal. We can get an attack off here. That's a Klefki, not a Sparkling Crystal. He had the Sparkling Crystal in his hand last turn.
Was that Klefki that sparkling for you?
It was a very sparkly Klefki. It's the shiny vault one from Paldean Fates, so you're gonna have to excuse me here. Oh, and we're going for the Crispin. I surely would have used the Lance in this scenario, gotten out some more, Dreepy, some Draclax. I'm gonna say it right eventually, just not today.
It's alright. We all walk life one step at a time.
That's right. I mean, I think that's a huge misplay from Alec here. He's going to have the... That was a car honking across the plaza.
Yeah, we do know outside the arena it's a very busy intersection with some questionable roadways placed by the city.
That's right. We are in Atlanta, Georgia. We know how that 5 o'clock traffic can be. Pretty murderous. There they go, honking again.
Which I cannot blame them because there's only 2 bridges.
Now, do we see another Itchy Pollen here? That's right.
It's itchy.
I mean, that's a huge misplay, not playing the Lance and playing the Crispin. There was no reason to do so. You're basically begging for him to use a Prime Catcher on you. Oh, and we get that Sada.
Yeah, because now Matthew does not really care if he gets spawned because he only has the 1 Dracloak on the field.
That's right.
So he only has to be worried if there was multiple, but since it's still just a single,
that's right.
Itchy Pollen does not really stop him.
Well, I guess we don't need to be worried about the catchers at this point because we just keep the pollens up. So do you have to kill the bud? I mean, it's unfortunate, especially with Alec having that Fez in his hand. Matthew, this information not known to him. And we're going to see the bud killed. All right.
So the Budu is out of here. Now the game can start at pace, and that Lance from last turn
I would not use the Lance first thing. I would have put down Fez. Seeing if I could have drawn into an Ino, maybe a Buddy or something. Preserve that Lance.
Yeah, you always want to get all of your options first.
That's right. And Alec here, we can see that inexperience really coming out as he's just struggling to pilot some of the nuances of this deck. Oh, and we're going to see 1 Dreepy and 2 Drax. Does this mean that he has a buddy in hand, or he's anticipating one?
Maybe he's confident he's going to get that buddy from the Fez.
That's right. I mean, you have to be to make a play like that.
You know what they say, Dragapult is a deck that does still get punished.
That's right.
It's not a Charizard or a Bolt.
Okay, let's see what we
Does
get.
he get punished?
He gets the buddy. Okay, never punished.
Never punished.
Never punished. It's a real nail biter here. I mean, we've got that. We're seeing a single Duskull come out. The other 2 Dreepies are prized. Oh.
So it's a 2 Dreepy type of game.
That is. I mean, you gotta get a knockout here. Hope that you can get, something going. Maybe we can see the Radiant Spoons get some damage moved around. But like, look, if he hadn't used that Lance, he might have drawn into that boss. We've got our counter catcher that we're gonna play. I mean, this is great. Get that, move your energy, get a knockout, and especially get that 2 energy off.
Yeah, move that spoon, get that free knockout.
That's right, we're moving the 1 damage. Any other actions from Alec? Oh, we get the energy attached for turn 2. This is good. We still have that access to the crystal in the deck. Alright, let's see him spread the damage. I would count the Bravery Charms here, really see what I should be targeting at this point. But the Radiant Alakazam does help his case a lot.
As long as he has Alakazam, he doesn't need to be too worried about charms.
Oh, he's putting 2 onto the Bolt. I mean, he doesn't play Jamming or Vacuum, does he?
Oh, that's true.
Oh, you're seeing what we have in the hand. Or maybe he's anticipating getting to use the Dusclops in order to blow it up for the rest of the damage it needs.
Oh, is he putting the rest of the damage on the second Bolt?
That's right, and I can respect that, especially because all it takes is moving 1 counter onto an Ogerpon, and the other way around, it's a lot more difficult.
Let's see.
All right, the retrieval.
Right.
This is an incredible start. So we will get a knockout here.
Yeah, with no more buddy, Matty can now use his massive hand of item cards to its full potential.
That's right. Okay.
That's very well, maybe an explosive turn for him.
Okay, it looked like he accidentally just picked up cards without forming an action behind it. That's a little oopsie we'll have to excuse.
I'll have to review it later on.
That's
I'm
right.
sure the boys in the back are looking through it as we talk right now.
That's right. I think we're just looking for the Fez, maybe another Bolt. See if we can play some games with the Switch cart. Maybe that's really one of the biggest outs and one of the biggest strengths of Bolt against Dragapult. But we will see the Fez come out.
Yeah, 'cause the Switch card play was huge in the second round.
Absolutely. I mean, that
was a
him.
game-changing move.
That saved him from inevitable heat death of the universe. I mean, metaphorically, but we are seeing the deck get a little thin, but that's okay. 5 prizes is not where you want to be with this kind of a board state set up against you.
That's alright. His deck may be thin, but his hand is just about as big, if not bigger than his deck. So he's sitting pretty.
That's right, and we know that his heart is true. And at this point, all you can do is just put your heart in the cards. Just checking the discard, seeing what he's used so far. I mean, can we afford a 5 energy knockout here against a Dragapult EX? I think you have to. But losing the 2 energy last turn on that Ogerpon is really just unfortunate.
Yeah, especially since there are only 2 Dreepies out in the field, you have to force the.
You gotta force the rare. You gotta force the rare candy. I mean, I think that Alex surely he has another card. Or he has another Arvin in his hand. Can get that rare candy out if he needs it, maybe. Oh, he's got the rare candy in hand already.
Okay, so it's just a matter of getting the Dragapult or the Night Stretcher.
That's right. He's got the Night Stretcher too. I mean, Alec here is looking like he's going to have a good next turn. Matthew's deck is really looking thin, though.
But does he have the Psychic Energy as well?
That's right. Now, I'm really wondering, is Matthew going to be able to get the resources he needs to string together 5 more prize cards without decking himself out? I mean, is he going to have to rely on an Iono from Alec to maybe put him in a position where he doesn't deck himself out?
Well, he might be sitting with a couple of retrievals in his hand to alleviate the energy stress.
The energy stress, yes, but you have to remember too, putting the energies back on these Pokemon costs cards in your deck. Each Teal Mask, that's a card. Each Radiant Ninja, that's 2 cards. I mean, your Sadaths, that's 3 cards. So we see the knockout, but is that really the kind of victory that we want here? I mean, maybe we could go, if we had floating energies on the Ogerpon, if he runs Briar maybe, that would be helpful. Okay, we're going into the immediate flip the script. This is great compared to last turn. It seems he's learned from his mistake. Drawing some cards.
Seems there was a hot patch that was put in mid-match for him.
That's right. A little quick update.
Okay, we see the rare
candy,
candy, Dragapult. Now, do we see the psychic energy?
I think we go for the Arvin and get the crystal. You know, preserve, maybe grab an Ultra Ball or something. See if we can negotiate some, maybe some Dusclopses out. But at that point, you put yourself in a vulnerable state. But I mean, we're going to see what he's doing. I'm not sure why he's shuffling when he just took out an Ultra Ball. Like Alec, maybe getting a little flustered at this point.
So maybe require another hot patch.
That's right. And I think he might be getting a little flustered. I would be too here in this kind of a scenario.
So this is a very tight board state to be
and we are going to be exploding onto the active Bolt. That is going to be a knockout here. This is pretty big for Alec. He's saying, hey, I dare you to have the resources you need. And that's a dangerous gamble with how large Matthew's hand is right now. I mean, could he have that Prime Catcher for an easy knockout on Fez? Could he have the Pokemon Catchers? There's just so many options here for him. And I mean, not even a backup Dreepy for Alec.
Oh no, there's backup Dreepy.
Okay. I'm not sure why that hasn't been on the field yet.
Oh, he got it from Night Stretcher.
1-1-4. This is great. It means we don't have to blow up again just to kill it. We can just Radiant Alakazam our damage as needed. It's a perfect thing to do here. Matthew weighing his options.
And now Matthew with no energy on his board, and he needs to accumulate 5.
That's right, 5.
Promoting?
I mean, we saw the switch card, and this is the move that you do. You expect the Prime Catcher. We've got 2 Sada targets, the Sada in hand. I think we pretty easily get the energy here, especially with Fez. I mean, surely there's a way that we can get everything we need.
With dancing?
Now, 2 prize cards. You wouldn't think that with the lack of Dreepies at the start of the game and the Budu dancing we had to do earlier. Okay,
now,
we're flipping the script.
That being said, I do not know.
Oh, and he gets his Prime Catcher.
He needs.
I mean, he's got his Sada. All he needs is an Energy Retrieval or a Night Stretcher. He's got the Prime. He's got the game. I think that's it for Matthew.
But
we see the Prime Catcher come out. Hold on. He's making sure. He's taking it slow. Taking up the Fez. And there's the Lightning Energy. And there's the game. Matthew taking the set. 2-1. Now, that was a pretty rough ending there. Both players kind of scrambling for the last pieces that they needed. But Alec just could not disrupt Matthew. He needed that Iona late game. And all he had was the Arvins left.
Now, he did make a good move in both Game 1 and Game 3 by leaning into the Buddy. Because Matthew had a lot of item cards in his hand that he could not play from him.
That's right.
Delayed his setup.
But he was choosing to go first for some reason. He had the Buddy option available and just chose to go first. And in a deck that needs it for that consistency, needs those turns to keep it up, we just have to see them go into that earlier. And that really is going to be the lesson I think he takes away from this.
Hey, that's just what happens when you go against the champion Pikachu, Matt.
That's right. You know, that's Sigma. I bet he bought it off some kid or something.
So maybe he got some shady deals.